Bobby Marks describes this as a Hollywood blockbuster. Lakers get Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and Javonte Green. Chicago Bulls get Russell Westbrook, Patrick Beverley, Max Christie, the 2027 pick unprotected, and the 2029 pick unprotected. Now, I can tell you up front, I hate this trade. Andy, what do you think?
Hate isn't even a strong enough word.
Honestly, this is just makes no sense.
Okay, first of all, if I'm taking on Lonzo Ball and the next 2.5 years where I don't even know if, much less when, he's going to step on a court, he hasn't played in over a year, you're giving me picks. I'm not giving you picks. Like
we would be taking Lonzo off their hands.
Right. I am not. I mean, Russell Westbrook is expiring in half a season. The
Correct.
Lakers have paid already more than half of his salary. I am not giving up 2 fully unprotected picks and Max Christie and taking on Lonzo Ball, who could be 20-ish a year of dead cap space for the next 2.5 years just to get Zach LaVine. Like, he's not that good. He's good. He is nowhere close to
He's very good. He'll give the Lakers a 3rd star. In concept, I like the idea of getting Zach LaVine, but you are taking on the baggage of Lonzo Ball, and you are giving up your expiring $47 million contract. Technically, they get a whole bunch of money to spend during this offseason with Westbrook off the books. And also, Bergman, you said earlier today, Max Christie looks like he can play.
Yeah, I actually don't really like the idea of Max Christie going anywhere. 6'6", probably about 200 pounds. He blocks. He's a good 3-point shooter. He plays very good defense. He's not anything great right now, but eventually down the line, he could be a real player. I don't really want to lose him.
So because I can't, I think we're all unanimous on this, right? This is not.
It's a ridiculous
great idea. It's not a. I don't know what. It's not Bobby Marks' best day.
It's a block. He described it as a blockbuster. It's a blockbuster like in the vein of Waterworld or like The Postman, like big budget tanked. It just absolutely tanked. Remember, The Postman was the other Kevin Costner movie that tanked.
Oh, right. Another
3 hours
big bomb for Kevin Costner. Yeah. Now he's got that Yellowstone. Everybody watches Yellowstone.
Oh, he's doing just fine now, thank you.
Yeah, he's doing great. Now they got Yellowstone. They got 1883. They got 1923. I think Taylor Sheridan's just like picking out years.
Yeah, he's the go-to, like if you need something that's kind of like Montana area. Like you want to set something in Montana, like, that sort of farmland, Montana. He did, because I think he did Hell or High Water too. Didn't
he did Hell or High Water. He did Wind River, which was shot maybe in Wyoming, I think.
Montana, Wyoming, like Rust.
If you need a director in that part of the country, that's your guy.
Yeah. That's the niche.
So, but do you think the Lakers will do something? I mean, this obviously isn't it, but do you think the Lakers have already made a move on Rui Hachimura? Do you think they will make another move? Thursday is the trade deadline.
I think it's possible. My guess is it's more likely to be involving Patrick Beverley.
I agree.
Than it is Russell Westbrook. I think Westbrook at this point, particularly with Miles Turner now extended and off the board with Indiana, I don't know if there's a Westbrook deal to be had. My hope with what the Lakers do is that they start looking to build next year's team now.
Really?
Yeah. Just start building continuity for next season. Like hopefully, like bring in guys who will help now. Like try to bring in legit players for this year. But the idea is, because the Lakers haven't had continuity in so long, start acquiring pieces that are going to be on the books next year. You're not looking to bring in another group of 1-year guys. Start building next year's team now so you can actually have some familiarity with each other with next season and hopefully hit the ground running.
See, this is why I like, and I think that the one name that's still out there that I think would be just fantastic with the Lakers is Bojan Bogdanović, who is under contract for next year too at something like $20 million or $21 million or something like that. But he's a great shooter.
He is a great shooter.
He would immediately become their 3rd best option on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You're hearing more and more now that Detroit really is interested in keeping him. Like that,
is that right?
Well, because the Pistons want to start making the playoffs. I think if Cade Cunningham hadn't gotten hurt, they were counting on making it this year. they don't really have any playoff experience there. Like, they need some degree of veteran leadership. I mean, I don't think he is.
Andy, they're 13-39.
I'm talking for next year, though. I mean, for next
okay.
year when Cade Cunningham is back and they hopefully can get into the playoffs, you need somebody who's been there before. And, you know, he still can be an asset moving forward. I'm not saying I think he's totally ungettable, but the idea that they're bluffing, that he requires an unprotected first, I'm starting to think it's not a bluff.
Yeah. I think, well, see, I've said, you know, a protected, you know, a lottery protected or a top 10 protected number one.
Because, I mean, look at it this way. They don't need to trade Bogdanovich to still be in the Wembanyama or Scoot Henderson sweepstakes. Like,
right, they're in it.
Yeah, I mean, they're losing with Bogdanovich. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, right now,
if
in the sweepstakes, Detroit 13-39, Houston 13-38, and San Antonio 14-38. Those are the bottom three.
Right.
So San Antonio, Houston, Detroit.
It's not like Bogdanovich is a danger where they'll win too many games. They're losing plenty with him. Thank you very much. So there's no hurry to trade him if you're Detroit.
What other names are out there? Because I can't read the rest of this article.
As far as the article goes,
my insider account is not working.
They actually, at the end, they had another one with the Lakers, and it was Patrick Beverley, Wenyen Gabriel, and JTA to the Suns for Jay Crowder and Cameron Payne.
Okay. Jay Crowder does make some sense, gives them a big wing.
Mm-hmm.
Who would we be giving up?
Beverly, Wenyen Gabriel, JTA. So basically all expirings. This is done with the idea, I'm guessing, that Phoenix thinks they're just going to take a step back.
Jay Crowder and campaign. I actually like that.
Why would the Lakers not do that?
What would be the point?
JTA plays about a minute a game every 2 weeks.
I think it's that campaign still has money left on his deal.
Oh, is that what it is?
Let me look it up right now, but I don't think campaign is expiring.
I mean, Wenyen Gabriel has some moments, but he lost all of his playing time as soon as Rui got here.
Yeah, I would like Gabriel to get more minutes, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
He is on the books for one more season campaign for $6.5 million.
Oh, you can handle
come
that.
on. Eat that.
Well, but here's the thing, though. And I'm not saying this necessarily against it. I'm just saying it's something you have to consider. With re-signing Rui and retaining campaign, then all of a sudden you're looking at maybe only about $13 million, $15 million in cap space.
Then you're gonna have to re-sign Austin Reeves too. So there's more money that's gonna go down.
Do you have to re-sign Russ?
No. Well, you could re-sign him at a lower number.
I'm just saying you have to start thinking about
minimum
your options.
deal for Russ. Is that what's gonna happen?
I don't think he's doing minimum.
1.5.
Sign him for less.
I am fascinated by the idea of what happens with Russ after this coming season, like with the Lakers or anywhere. Just where Westbrook's career goes.
Yeah, who's gonna take him on at some big contract?
I don't think anybody's gonna give him a big deal anymore.
Oh no, I think it'd be like maybe a mid-level type deal.
But what's a mid-level type?
$9 million, 1 year, $10 million, 2
like the
years,
veterans type.
No, I'm full. I think
a full mid-level exception.
I don't know if he want to keep doing this for like $2 million a year, because that's a veteran's minimum.
I don't think so.
Wherever he goes, he's not a starter. There's not one team in the NBA where he's a starter.
Well, no,
right?
especially now when we've seen what he looks like coming off the bench. He's actually a nice. He's a really nice fifth man.
Oh, I'm guessing every team that talks to Russ in free agency, whether you're talking about the Lakers, I guess, or any other team, is the role is coming off the bench, take it or leave it. Like, you start with that, and if you eventually move him in the starting lineup, fine. But I think you create that baseline with Russ, where you are a sixth man, important part of the team, but sixth man, take it or leave it.